Hi everyone, I am Ketra. Welcome to your reading for Virgo. So we're going to just dive right into the reading. This is for the month of July. So this is a collective reading. So as always, some of the messages may not resonate with you, and that's okay. As always, thank you so much to my subscribers and thank you to my viewers. So let's go ahead and we're going to get a couple of oracle cards out here before we get our tarot out. So far we have Perseverance and Behold Beauty. All right, and we have 3 of the Unicorn Oracle cards and 2 of the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. So let's go ahead and lay out the tarot for the month of July. I hope you're all doing super fantastic. I think it's going to be an amazing month. Summer's here. It's hot. I'm in Arizona. It is so hot already. So let's take a look. We've got the Ace of Swords. We have the King of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Lovers. We have, why are these so wonky? We have the Four of Swords. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Three of Cups. I love that. Okay, so we're going to start with these 2 oracle cards here. And they are Perseverance. You have the power within yourself to conquer any challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Trust in your resilience and your ability to persevere. Behold Beauty. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies, fortunately, work both ways. These are some honest cards here. These are Mystic Forest Oracle. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your month of July. So you start out with the Ace of Swords, and it's followed by the King of Cups and the Page of Wands. So let's take a look collectively at your cards. Okay, so Ace of Swords, that really tells me that you're starting out this month with that mental clarity that you've been seeking. Mental clarity followed by the King of Cups. He is a master of his emotions. And so you've got that spark and that drive of that mental clarity, that gift from above. And you've got the Page of Wands. So it feels like at that first start of the month of July, you've kind of got that inspiration. Your voice is kind of coming back to you. You're ready to kind of like talk about something that you're learning or direction that you're going. And it feels like the direction that you're going in is coming from a place of emotional stability, because again, we've got our King of Cups here, and in the card, he's literally in chaotic waters, and he's kind of like, it doesn't matter. He knows the direction that he wants to go in. And I think it is definitely a direction of somewhere that has some pretty significant meaning to you, especially because you have the Ace of Swords here and you have the Ace of Wands here. So at that beginning of the month, it does definitely feel like you're going to be learning something new. It's something that you're very passionate about, and it's just kind of giving you that drive and that spark. So we're going to clarify our first row here with a Rider-Waite deck. So tell me why the Ace of Swords is here. Tell me why the Ace of Swords is here. You have the Two of Swords. That's so cool because it's the Ace of Swords and then the Two of Swords. So it shows progression. So there's something that you've been wanting to talk about. There's some idea that you have had, and now you're just kind of like at a place where you're making a decision on how you're going to go ahead and move forward. So that's fantastic. So with that Two of Swords, it's typically a card of indecision. And so if you're kind of like going back and forth on what you want to do, just take a moment and feel like my heart chakra feels really good right now. It feels like the decision that you're going to make is going to be based on how it emotionally makes you feel. So our King of Cups is clarified by the Empress. So use that intuition that you have, use that spark of that gut feeling that you get, and again, with that emotional connection to the decision that you want to make, I would go forward from that. And then you have the King and the Queen of Cups right at the beginning of your month right here. So the Page of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very, very focused on her emotions. She's very focused on her world and how she wants to see it and how it is for her. And so I think that's really neat that you have the King and Queen of Cups. So to me, that feels like you're pretty balanced right now emotionally. You have that masculine and that feminine balance in your life right now. And I think that's where that spark of that idea is coming from. And I say idea because on your next row, you have the Ace of Wands. But before we take a look at your next row, we're going to look at the Spirit of the Animal Oracle. You have Cat Independence. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. And you have Wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. Absolutely. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. So these are absolutely beautiful. And so just to touch back on the Empress. So our Empress, the energy of the Empress, she's it just feels like there's just going to be an abundance of information coming in for you in reference to that in reference to that decision that you have to make. And I think that's kind of why you keep going back and forth with the decision. So just again, I just want to reiterate, use your intuition, use that gut feeling. You're emotionally balanced right now. And I think that's the direction that you're coming at this new decision that you're kind of like going back and forth with. So mid-month, it looks like you have the Ace of Wands. So it's like you're taking that spark, that drive to go forward to this new journey. It feels like mid-month, that's really starts to kind of like take momentum, because you have the Page of Pentacles here too. So this is you learning how you want to go forward with that journey, how you want to go forward with that situation that you're presented with at the beginning of the month. And here you have the Lovers card. And so that's, again, it's a major arcana card, and it's a major, to me, nod that it is, again, that balance. It's that balance of using your intuition and using your heart to decide which direction that you want to go. Because all the pages, they're curious and they're learning as they're going on their journey. I do think it has something to do with financial adventure or endeavor is the word I was actually going for there. But let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Wands. What is the new seed, that new spark, that new idea that they are going forward with? What is that about? So you have the Page of Swords. And I absolutely love that, because it's really showing that you're so curious about what's coming up next. But what you want to do is make sure when you start planting that seed for this new idea, this new endeavor, that you get clarity on all the information that you need to be able to move forward. Page of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Cups again. You literally have the King of Cups right next to the other King of Cups. And so for me, that's just, it feels emotionally right for you to go forward on this journey if that's how you feel. But definitely feels like it's going to be something in reference to work. I mean, right next to it, you've got the King of Cups and the Empress. You have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups again. And then you have the Two of Wands. And yes, this is more like the outcome of the month, the end of the month kind of thing. But they're really right next to each other. And they're just speaking to me really loud that, this is you. This is you looking at your future. This is you looking at the next stage of your journey. And we're going to go ahead and clarify the Lovers card. So the Lovers card is clarified by the Three of Swords. And so it feels like there may be something in reference to having to kind of deal with an emotional attachment that might be causing some sort of conflict with this decision that you're working on. But it's going to ask you to step outside of your comfort zone. So Three of Wands is literally, he's just looking out into the ocean. He's looking out into his future. The cards in tarot that are gold typically mean good luck, good fortune, and things like that. And so this is really you kind of taking a pause and taking those moments to kind of figure out which direction that you want to go in with this new endeavor that feels like it's presenting itself in the month of July. And on the bottom of the deck, as I'm talking, you have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is literally going in a new direction. It's you driving this endeavor again forward. And I say that because, again, it's at the bottom of the deck and it caught my eye, and there's a wand here that he's using to propel himself forward. And you have the Ace of Wands at the beginning of this conversation that I'm having with you here. And so I love that for you. So you're literally going forward. You're figuring it out. You're figuring out what is it that you're doing. And it probably, again, it's going to take you out of your comfort zone a little bit. But I'm being called to read these cards here for you because they're just literally sitting here and they read like this: patience, action, delight. So with our patience card, it says, pause before you take action. Trust the divine timing is at work. Be patient and playful while you wait. And I love that you have a couple of pages here because I always feel like the energy of the page has that happy curiosity because they're going on their new journey. You also have action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. And then you have delight. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. So I love these cards for you, Virgo. Absolutely love them, as they're definitely speaking with the cards that are out here for you. So moving towards the end of the month, you've got the Four of Swords with the Two of Wands, and you've got the Three of Cups. And so as you're going through the month, when you're kind of like navigating through, you want to make sure that you take time to rest, take time to pause, take time for yourself. And as I say this, I'm reminded to take a minute just to look at your standout days. July 3rd, great day for planning and practical decisions, work and budgeting. You have July 9th, sudden insight or breakthrough idea. Great day for problem solving. You have two aces there. July 25th, your ruling planet returns home, which is Mercury, and that's going to give you that mental clarity, and it's great for communicating, which I think it's super fantastic that you have the Three of Cups here, because that's a time of celebration, communication, and all of those things. You do have challenging days in July. It is July 8th. Be mindful of overthinking or trying to control the outcome. July 15th, confusion, low energy. Just stay grounded and don't overcommit. July 21st, miscommunication, double check facts and don't jump to conclusions. And that's literally like what I said with your Page of Swords, is just get clarity on all the information that you need as you're moving forward on this endeavor. So again, towards the end of the month, just remember it's probably been a pretty exciting, but maybe a little exhausting month for you. So Four of Swords, take time to pause, take time to rest, and just know that, you know, those blessings are coming to you. Temperance. And so that's balance and healing. And I love that it is with your Four of Swords, because when you take that time to rest, that's when you get that balance back in your life, and then you're able to just continue on your journey. Just remember that you're guided, you're divinely guided. Take that time to meditate, continue on your journey. Two of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Swords. And so for me, what this speaks very loudly is when you're kind of in those thoughts of, what is it that I want to do? Do I want to do this? Don't let it become overwhelming for you. Because isn't that one of the things that towards the end of the month, miscommunication, double check facts, and don't jump to conclusions. July 15th, confusion, low energy, stay grounded. So definitely make sure that you stay grounded. Don't let yourself kind of get in those thoughts of repetitive nightmares kind of thing, because literally you're ready to start on that new journey. You've got your Three of Cups down here, which is clarified by the Seven of Cups. And so sometimes this card is looked at like too many choices or anything like that. But for me, it just kind of feels like it goes with this Three of Cups right now, because it's a time of celebration for you. It's a time of this month has ended and you've made a lot of progress this month. You've had a lot of choices, and you have the Two of Swords there at the beginning of the month. So if you kind of look at it like this way, you've had that indecision or being able to like kind of like look at things two different ways. And here with our Seven of Cups, sometimes there's too many choices. Narrow down those choices if that is what resonates for you. If you've got a lot of options, just kind of narrow that down and just realize the end goal here is the celebration. It is taking that time to really just kind of feel and appreciate all that you've been through in this month. So we're going to go ahead and end our reading with our Spirit Animal Oracle. Spirit Animal Oracle, what messages do you have for our Virgos? Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Absolutely. When in doubt, ask the divine. You also have Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Wow. That is so, I love these cards for you. I absolutely love these cards for you, especially because I'm just looking at some of your astrological traits here. You lean into yourself, you lean into healing, and allow some of those imperfections that will happen throughout the month. Just let that, just go ahead and pause. Just let those imperfections just kind of like have their moment and then kind of go on their way. Because again, if it feels like not so much imperfections, but if you kind of get into any kind of doubt this month, just remember, Spirit has a plan. Just remember, Spirit has your back. I think that is how we're going to go ahead and end this reading. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you so much for subscribing. Take care, and until the next video, have a great rest of your day.